There's a little kindergartner running the streets talking all this nasty nass about Taylor Swift.
Never been this happy in my life.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ SWIFTIES podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Miller.
And I'm Scarlett Sanchez.
My co-host.
The co-host.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say that correctly.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, we will.
Cool. Okay. We're gonna get right into our breaking news of the day. Breaking news. I'm talking about my football voice. Okay, so big news. There's a little kindergartner running the streets talking all this nasty nass about Taylor Swift. And his name rhymes with Honnold Hump.
Kindergartner.
Kindergartner.
Is that what people are calling him now?
I think so. Yeah, our schoolboy. Donald Trump, out of nowhere, out of left field, Sunday morning.
Left field. I don't know if I'd call it that.
Yeah, but he just woke up one morning and decided to type on the internet like Kanye West.
Like Kanye.
Really? So he literally woke up, got on his Truth Social, and said, in all capital letters,
All caps.
Donald Trump said, "I hate Taylor Swift, period."
Exclamation point.
My bad.
He sure did say that, though.
He did.
This is obviously off of the endorsement for Kamala Harris. And then
his praise for Brittany.
And Harris and Walt's campaign is really leaning into it more, too.
Yes.
A lot of Taylor Swift references, which I think is got to be benefiting them. And Donald Trump isn't happy about it.
So apparently Taylor Swift's endorsement drew more than 400,000 people to get registered to vote. The last election was only decided.
That's great.
Which is great. And Donald Trump should be happy about that because whether they're going to vote Democratic or Republican, we don't know. And a lot of Swifties, we did some research, and apparently there's quite a few Swifties that either didn't have sway or are going to be voting for Trump. So it didn't have an impact. So the fact that he's tweeting this is a bit ridiculous. However, the last election was only decided by 44,000 votes.
Yeah.
So
the fact that this many more people are now registered could make a bigger impact.
And I wonder if, like, the Swifties that were thinking, like, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, like, did this have a negative impact on him? Because it's like Taylor came out and didn't say one way, or she said I wanted to vote for Kamala Harris, but didn't trash Trump. She did say I choose calm over chaos, which is obviously.
She just made the quip about childless cat lady.
But she did say calm over chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And the quip was a quip. It was, like, funny, like, no big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, there's got to be a couple Swifties that are probably undecided or on the verge. And to be like, I hate Taylor Swift. Like, if you're a true Swiftie.
Now you're going to vote potentially for Kamala because of that.
Don't come after me. But I feel like if you're a true Swiftie.
I think for people that are on the fence, I think those are the people that Taylor could potentially sway.
Yes.
Because I think if you're already decided, it's hard just to be like, oh, because she said that, maybe I'll switch my views completely.
I guess, but it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to get on the internet and be like, blah, 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 this is, blah, blah, like, people would laugh at me. I would be a loser.
Oh, for Trump.
Well, no, just for, like, commenting, like, dumb shit.
Yeah. And then after I hate Taylor Swift, after he posted that, I love Taylor Swift started trending on Twitter. Did you see that? I love that. Because then Flavor Flav was tweeting. One of the Baldwin brothers, Billy, was tweeting. Stephen King was tweeting. And then everybody started tweeting, like, I love Taylor Swift. How can you hate Taylor Swift? And just, like, throwing a bunch of support for her.
I love it.
We saw some negativity, and then we saw some positivity for our girl.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I saw a lot of the comments yesterday, like, just basically being like, Trump just lost the election. Swifties are crazy. We are.
We are.
We are.
I think that's why he said I hate Taylor Swift, probably because now he's worried. He has the strongest person, like the most powerful, honestly, right now, who has so much of a voice in the United States and in the world. And now she's speaking out, maybe not against him, but sort of against him.
Is this really smart to show your hand that, like, you're worried? Like, in a race, you're never supposed to look back, and he's looking back.
Yeah. But
Well,
he's
I don't think
vocal
he's in
about
the
just
lead,
about
but-
everything, so
I guess. I think this was dumb.
He's still loving on Brittany Mahomes, though.
Well, he hasn't said anything positive about Brittany and since the Taylor Swift thing yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, before that, he obviously was professing his undying love for her, but
Yes.
I don't know. I wonder how Patrick feels.
Well, he mentioned how he's not going to say any sort of support for any sort of candidate.
But how he really feels.
Oh, how he really feels? Well,
Donald Trump is coming after my wife. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Donald Trump coming after everyone these days.
not trying to flirt with her. Is he sliding in the DMs too?
Oh, for sure. That's his type. Blonde hair, skinny girl, for sure. He probably took one look at that Sports Illustrated and goes, Brittany.
Oh, not the slurp.
Grab her by the
slurp.
pee-pee.
Oh, no.
That's probably what he said. I wouldn't say that, but that's what. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Sunday football. Taylor Swift football.
So Taylor Swift attended
Chiefs. Game number 2.
episode 2
Episode 2.
Of
Taylor's version.
of Taylor's version.
Yeah.
The Chiefs versus the Joe Burrow Bengals.
I know. 2 great quarterbacks.
And they lost by a long shot.
Not by a long shot, by 1 point.
What did you think of the game? I was working yesterday. You watched the whole game.
I watched the game. I feel like I'm just getting so much more into sports now.
Really?
And I'm trying to understand it better. All the downs I'm working on.
We do have a guest coming up, Miles James Burris.
Yes, he'll help us out.
Former Raiders player to kind of help us out. But what'd you think?
Explain some of the terminology I think will be the most helpful.
Oh, yeah.
But it was really good. Patrick Mahomes, I feel like, is just always a great game. Travis Kelce really didn't shine for me this game. Love him, but
He shined for Taylor Swift because she was up in that box slapping the window.
Rasheed Rice had a whole bunch of good stuff. But yeah, and then we got to see some Taylor Swift, which is what I was wanting. I did not get enough Taylor, though. I want more.
Exactly.
I think they're showing her way, way less.
Not enough.
But also, it's because we want to see her. Does
No.
everybody want to see her? Yes, everybody wants
There
to
are
see her.
so many viewers tuning in to the NFL, whatevers, just to watch Taylor. That's why I'm tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Please show her more.
But it was a nail-biting game is what they were saying. And I agree. There was a lot going on. And they just won by 1 point off that field goal kick. So Taylor was also looking very good.
She was looking. Mommy.
We talk about the fit really quick?
Yes.
She was wearing that vintage Chiefs jersey from the 90s.
Oh, that was a jersey from the 90s?
Yeah, it was like a oversized shirt.
Oh, an oversized shirt.
Okay. With the
Not a
big
jersey?
number. Well, it has a number on it. Is that not a jersey?
No.
Okay.
It was like, it looked like cotton.
Okay. Kind of like a dress version, though, of it. And then she was wearing the same thigh-high boots. Instead of last week, or the last game, we saw her kind of in a reddish tone. Now it was black. And then a Louis Vuitton purse.
She looked.
And a cute little red bow. Her hair looked nice. It wasn't that full blowout moment like the opener, but it looked so good.
I think it was just
natural
big.
waves. Yeah.
It was She looked good. She looked so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know who we didn't see?
Ooh.
Brittany.
No.
So I was convinced that Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift are fine. We saw them together at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
However, we did not see Brittany in the suite yet again.
She's with her kids again, though.
She's with her kids again. She's posting all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see, which there was a couple blondies that it appears Taylor Swift has cut as well. And I'm curious if Brittany is friends with them because
Which blondies?
I don't know. They're just like girls that she was with all season last year, and we haven't seen her.
The one that she did the chug with at the Super Bowl?
I think she did the chug with Blake Lively.
No. Oh, she had like a short blonde hair. But okay.
Oh, that was Ashley Egavimi.
Okay, I haven't seen her this
That's
season.
her friend.
Have you seen her this
No,
season?
but there's 2 football wives that are blondies.
Okay.
That are like, it was like Brittany. Well, maybe it's just one. Brittany, Taylor, and this other blonde chick.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who she's married to, but we haven't seen them together at all.
None of
And
them,
we saw the
no.
3 of them thick as thieves.
Yeah. But we're still seeing some wags in the
We are seeing
the
some wags.
suite.
Taylor's new bestie, Shariah Gordon.
Yep.
Fiance of wide receiver McCole Hardman. And Shawana Weathersby, who is the partner of defensive tackle Chris Jones.
Yes.
I love Chris Jones.
Mhm.
You remember him from the Super Bowl?
From the Super Bowl, yeah, he played.
No, when the national anthem was going and he like shed a single tear and it was like such a sweet moment.
Oh, that's
I
sweet.
cried. It was a very sweet moment. Glad to see him back. But it seems like Taylor.
She's been spending a lot of time with them, and then she was also there with the Haim sisters.
Haim.
Sisters. And then she came with her mom, Andrea.
Who was also in support of Travis Kelce.
Of course, she wore a little pin that said, "In my 87 era."
But the mamas were mamaing together.
I know.
Donna and Andrea Swift
in the
just
suite,
chatting, talking,
hugging.
Looking like perfect mother-in-laws.
I know. I think that's so important. I think it's nice when the families kind of collide a little bit.
So they're
fully colliding. I know.
They've gotten in a full-on car wreck.
Yeah. But now we can kind of break down that they're not engaged yet after Taylor called him boyfriend at the VMAs last week.
I totally forgot about that. We haven't talked about this.
Still on the horizon.
She went to the VMAs.
She did go to the VMAs.
We didn't talk about this.
I know.
Let's slide it in.
Okay.
So she went to the VMAs.
She broke history. She won 7 nominations.
She's the most awarded
VMA
pop
recipient.
art. Oh, God. We didn't write the facts down for this one. Sorry.
Anyway, she won 7 awards. She broke history. She's one of the top winning artists. Yes. Most of those awards were for Fortnite, which she features with Post Malone. And then, yeah, she won Video of the Year for Fortnite too. And during that speech is when she shouted out her man.
My boyfriend, Travis, was always in the background. I just hear this. Woo! And then some fans have like gone back and looked, and you can hear Travis in some of the videos being like,
"Oh my god!" Like
it's the big boisterous laugh,
which is so funny because she kind of was teasing it a little bit. She's like, and then there's just this one person who was so supportive on set. She's like, my boyfriend,
cutie.
Yeah, and you could see Post Malone kind of snicker behind her, like, ah, cute.
I wouldn't put it past Taylor to be like boyfriend, but really, it's her
fiance. I don't know. I don't think so. She's not gonna mess around with us like that.
I guess. But yeah, she won. She looked fab. My big prediction from the VMAs, I will say, is that I do think that she's gonna have a collab with Meg Thee Stallion, because Meg Thee Stallion just recently talked about wanting to collab with Taylor Swift, and then Taylor and Megan posed while Taylor Swift did an outfit change mid VMAs, which is very unlike her, and she was wearing something that looked like it could be an Easter egg for Down Bad. So I think that Meg Thee Stallion is gonna remix Down Bad with Taylor Swift.
Okay,
that's my big prediction.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, she did 3 outfit changes that whole night. Which was
well, the after party is different, but yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on to a different party.
A different party, but still involving Brittany Mahomes.
Brittany.
Like we said, they were not in the suite together, but they kind of broke down those beef rumors at the U.S. Open, and now she's at Patrick Mahomes' 29th birthday party.
So she's at the birthday party.
Yeah, this is Sunday after the game, after they beat the Bengals.
What appears
in
to
Kansas
be
City.
The home of the Mahomes.
Yes.
For his 29th birthday, and yet again, she's posting with Shariah, and she's posting with Shawana.
They posted on, they both.
Diana?
Shauna and Shariah.
Shauna and Shariah.
Yeah. And, they posted like their little photo booth photos from the party.
No Brittany.
At
Brittany's home.
She's not in any of the pictures.
The fact that Taylor did not pose with Brittany, there's no photos. Brittany didn't post with Taylor while Taylor Swift was at Brittany Mahomes' house. Says everything you need to know. They're done.
Travis is not in any of the photos either. So does that mean he's done with Patrick? No. I think there's a few photo booth slips that we're missing that didn't make it quite to the gram yet. They're not done.
Seems a little suspicious.
It might be.
Although I can't imagine if they're beefing that hard.
Why would you go to their house? I would not be going to her house if I was that mad.
I guess.
I still think they're friends. I think they're maybe taking a little step back.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
And working through things, but all will be well. All is well.
All is okay. Moving on to our daddy Travis Kelce. Updates. So I got an exclusive interview brought to
Yes.
you by the TMZ Swiftie podcast on Travis's performance in Grotesqueire,
Snaps.
revealed by the one and only Niecy Nash while she was with her wife, Jessica Betts, at the Emmys party. They were leaving the governor's ball last night. I was working, covering the Emmys last night, and I see Niecy, and I go up to her. I'm like, you gotta tell me about Travis. I gotta hear about him. How is he in Grotesquerie? What will fans be surprised by? What will they be most impressed by?
Great.
And she said, I feel as if I have this. She said that he is very good. They are going to be, and I quote, pleasantly surprised
Wow.
by his performance.
Wow, surprised. So
Pleasantly surprised.
It must be really good then.
She says it's like a dark show, like dark and twisty, something like that.
That makes sense. American Horror Story creator.
I said, does he have a future in acting? And she made it very clear. She said, this man, which we've just heard from Taylor at the VMAs, she said that this man brings magic and passion and blah, blah, blah.
Everything he touches.
Because of his personality. So Niecy Nash doubled down on that last night, basically saying that Travis's personality, he can do whatever he wants because he has the personality for it. I did ask if we see Niecy Nash in the stands with Tay-Tay, high-fiving it up.
Oh, what'd you say?
She said, we'll see.
That's a yes.
Which would be pretty cool.
I think that's a yes. I think this is great for Travis. He's moving to, possible next steps in his career. Post-NFL.
Freaking back burner.
Post-NFL soon. He'll get into acting more and more, just like we'll hear about Miles does as well in our interview coming up. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I think I do see that personality. He has such a captivating personality. That's why we love him.
We love him.
Good interview.
Moving on to our tour talk and theories segment. So the tour may be on break.
It is.
And the tickets may be impossible to get.
They are.
Upwards of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
And I sent you that one that said $95,000 to get tickets.
Yeah, I think that's they're gonna have to lower that. Nobody's gonna buy that.
Nobody's gonna buy that. Well, maybe.
But the tickets are outrageous. But fear no more, Swifties, because there are certain fans that are Trump supporters that are burning the vinyls, burning the merch, and please, for the love of God, selling the tickets. So a lot of Swifties are going online right now and making pleas to any Taylor Swift fans that are pissed about her throwing her support behind Kamala Harris. Please sell the tickets.
Okay, Swifties are wanting people to sell. But also, I've seen that they are openly, Trump supporters are openly selling them and wanting to get rid of them. It's not going to be hard. I think that this is going to open up a lot more tickets.
I'm begging you. I'm pleading with you. Sell me the tickets for a reasonable price.
I don't know if it'll be
them
reasonable.
Off your hands.
I don't know if it'll be reasonable.
You don't think? They want to get rid of them. They want to make some money. They don't want to go.
Yeah, but people are going to still buy them regardless.
That's not true. You probably got to sell them for a very low price or they're never going to go.
Maybe. Sell them for very, very low. Nobody wants your tickets.
Preferably New Orleans.
Maybe Miami.
On the floor, maybe Miami. Listen, the Swifties, the Swifties truly aren't mad that you're burning the merch and you're burning the vinyls.
Is it burning? Getting rid of.
There was a Swiftie that flipped out and burned her Speak Now, Taylor's version vinyl.
Oh my goodness.
Still got paid for that. Taylor still got paid for the vinyl.
Yeah, she did.
Nobody cares. Anyway, that's fine. If you feel that way and that is how you want to spread your message, I support it. Just support me right back.
Give me your tickets.
Give me your tickets. So we are going to move on to our new segment. We have a new segment during football season. Footballers that break down football. So throughout the NFL season, we will be having football players, ex-football players, people with sports knowledge coming down in to break down the game because
Educate us.
educate us on the Chiefs game.
Yes.
Please welcome Miles Burris to our segment of footballers who break down football. Miles, thank you for being here today. Former Raiders player.
Yeah.
How-
Just win.
Just win, baby.
We got a big one over the Ravens yesterday. It was didn't squirt a tear, but maybe if somebody was with me, I would have.
I don't know anything about football except for that we have a Taylor Swift football team. So, Did you watch the Chiefs game versus the Bengals?
I saw a little bit of recap on it. Usually I do my catch up on NFL Premium Plus throughout Monday and Tuesday and rewatch the game. So I did go through some of the main plays, but I was also distracted on my phone and had my kids pulling on my hair and whatnot. But so they won at the last second field goal, and they find a way to win, even if it's sloppy, if it's ugly, if there's a couple interceptions, they find a way to win.
So a lot of talk in this office today actually has been that Travis Kelce he's not playing well, but it's not because of Taylor. It's because he's 34. He's declining. He's done in football. What do you think about his performance? I think they're winning. So
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the big cliche is it doesn't matter how we get there as long as we get the W. But to your point on the play, it's certainly not the same speed he starts a season with. These aren't usual numbers for Travis Kelce. And weeks 1 and 2, especially week 1, is kind of an extension of preseason a little bit. A star like Travis Kelce or Mahomes, they're not going to get much, if any, time playing football in the preseason. You don't want to get them injured. That's for the guys that are trying to make the team. In week 1, it's kind of their first time strapping it up since the season before. So it's going to be a little more sloppy, and they're going to find their groove throughout the season. But these guys are like clockwork. They've been doing it for, I don't know, years and years together. So they're going to pick back up. Kelce will too. I think he's going to have a big week 3 just because he's a dog and he's going to be pissed off about his play and he's going to come in hot, I think, this week. The elite athletes like that, like Travis, they find a way and they're going to use every little thing to propel their play. And I think he's going to use all this to benefit his play and his team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been sliding into home every single week. That's a baseball term. Either way. But so basically it's normal for players that are seasoned, that are their best players, to kind of have the first couple weeks be their warm up, and then they really hit their stride in couple seasons in, couple games
I wouldn't say it's normal. I would just say that it's more normal overall to see some shaky play in the first couple of weeks, and then they'll get their bearings. And just in general, guys are going to have up weeks, down weeks, and he could have just had a couple down ones in a row. I think he's still got that zip. And to his, credit, last week he had a big 41-yard play called back that was a great play on his end.
So let me
didn't look as good.
Let me just so that you're aware, we have no idea what you just spoke. That's a foreign language to us.
Yeah.
So for the Swifties, we're trying to educate Swifties as well as educate ourselves.
Yes.
Can you, for Swifties that have no idea what you just said, what do you mean by that?
Travis Kelce is totes still the tits. This guy's got it going on. He can shake them hips and kiss Taylor on the lips. He's got it going, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
We love it. We love it.
Winning.
We love it.
Okay.
That's great. Any other?
Just to keep on kind of keeping us educated too, there was that last play, or one of the last plays, where there was about 2 minutes left, and Patrick Mahomes made that pass. I did see some chatter online that could have been, a decision that was not a great call. Did you feel like that penalty was fair? Or do you think that's maybe some favoring of the Chiefs going on?
Scarlett, whoa.
Yeah, that was great. You teed me up so well, and I didn't do my homework well enough to give you a good response.
Do you need? He kind of made the catch. He was going up for the catch, and then the Bengals player kind of hit him. So they said it was early contact. So pass interference, I believe. Is that correct terminology, Miles? Help me out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you think about that call?
So they did call They
They
did call
did
pass
call it,
interference
and
on
they said
Travis,
it
you're
was a
saying?
penalty. They said it
On-
was a penalty. So then they were able to keep going, push forward, and then Harrison Butker got to do the winning field goal.
Kicker.
Yeah, the kicker.
Yeah, the
Harrison
kicker.
Butker.
Yeah, last second field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it, to be honest.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
All good. I do actually want to get your take on this.
Mhm.
Because aren't the Raiders and the Chiefs like
Rivals?
they hate
Rivals.
each other?
Yeah. So
Oh.
they're both in the AFC West, which is a division of the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and one more less important team. I'm just forgetting, I guess. So yeah, they play each other twice a year is what that means. They'll play at Chiefs Stadium and at the Raiders each year.
So why we have no idea. Why do the Raiders and the Chiefs have a rivalry?
I think a big part of it is they've been in the same conference for a long time. They
Mhm.
face each other twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
The more often you face a team, the more likely you're going to have beef with certain players of that team. The more likely there is to be fights that break out or words said. And, if you talk some smack in the first game, they're going to see them again later in the year, holding on to that and just wait till you see me again type of thing. A whole lot of that going on.
Now that
Yeah.
you're saying it, it seems obvious, but truthfully, I was like, no idea.
No, you wouldn't know otherwise, but that's a great question, really. It's
Ah.
mostly that. It's just kind of the consistency and number of times that they get to see each other. And also they're fighting for the same conference. So
Mhm.
depending on how all the other teams do in the NFL, there may only be one team from the AFC West that can go to the playoffs. So you have to win that conference. So every game is extremely important, especially in conference games. And so they're fighting for it. They're fighting it out. Big competition.
This is fascinating. I do want, but I want to ask you, obviously, because we have to let you go soon. But what did you do for the Raiders, and what are you doing now?
I was a linebacker for the Raiders
Okay.
for a handful of years, and I'm from Sacramento originally, so the team the family was rocking it every game, which was fun. Knee injury took me out. That's part of it. You sign up for football, and sometimes that happens. And after that, I got into acting.
Oh,
moved to LA,
you're on a show with The Rock, right?
Yeah, so they just canceled that show, but I was on the show. I played Triple H in NBC's Young Rock, and I played in season 2. Righteous Gemstones on HBO. I was one of the leads in a Disney film called Safety on Disney Plus.
Cool.
Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. So it's been a great career. It's been fun. I don't play linebacker everywhere I go, so I get character's a new thing,
You've kind of trailblazed for Travis Kelce. He's now wanting to get into acting. You've kind of trailblazed that path for him, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you totally modeled it after me, most definitely. I think I'm a huge inspiration, and hopefully he'll follow me soon.
Love it. Thank you so much for being on, Miles. It's so good to see you. Hopefully we can have you back again soon and break down another game for us.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll
Thanks,
be more
Miles.
prepared next time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
So that's all for our episode today. Thank you, Miles. Great having you on the show. Excuse me. If you like the show, if you want to leave a comment, if you hated what we had to say, if you want to inform us how we're incorrect or whatever, leave a message in the comments. Watch us on YouTube. Listen to us on Apple or Spotify. And subscribe.
Subscribe.
That's all.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.